Hey everybody, good Tuesday morning, top of the morning to you. Hope you're doing okay this morning. It's cold here in Atlanta. Let's just go right on into the Morning Post this morning. The United States of America deserves better than this president. This country is filled with such wonderful, sweet, kind, loving people. If you've ever driven from coast to coast like I have, from California to Florida, and stopped in all these places across the country, what a wonderful, beautiful country this is. And what beautiful, wonderful, sweet, kind, loving people and communities all across this country. But this country deserves better than this man that we have for president right now. But a percentage of our fellow Americans, our neighbors, and our friends have given their hearts and souls over to the darkness of this man. If Kanye West were making posts, if that's still his name, it's different now, I think. But if Kanye was still making posts like the president, we all on both sides would simply agree that he is in the throes of mental illness. And most of us would just feel bad for him, like we have in the past, for someone struggling with that type of darkness. When Trump does it, his supporters mostly post a lot of Bible scriptures on their Facebook pages about how God is in control. They make Bible scriptures dirty. We are living through a part of history where two worlds are colliding. That whole big concept of a spiritual warfare going on. There's some truth in that. Those of you that are spiritual can tap in and feel that. It is almost as if we are in a movie. I feel like I'm on the Starship Enterprise or whatever that was in Star Wars, and the forces need to be with us, and there's dark forces all around, and we're traveling through this universe. It's almost like we're acting out roles. Is there something much deeper going on than our human eyes can see? Is this the age-old battle between light and darkness? Are the two worlds colliding? Are the two forces colliding? May the force be with us. If we ever needed it, we need it now, as the old mothers of the church used to say. It feels very much like when someone said in the ancient Jewish writings, choose this day in whom you trust or whom you're going to serve. And then he went on to say, but as far as me and my house, we're going to serve the Lord. It is a time of choosing, and choices have been made. And there's two distinct, different sides in this battle. There has never been a time in history where it was as clear as it is now, which is the light and which is the dark, except maybe in the days of Hitler. Trump 2.0 is much worse than even the most diehard anti-Trump person could have ever imagined. And it will get worse in 2026. And evil has become the new normal. Y'all, better days are not coming. We've got 3 more years of this if this country may not survive. These are some of the darkest times in American history. And I'm just speaking that deep down in my prophetic spirit this morning. Things are going to get worse in this world. So now that we know what we are up against, what we are fighting, what our warfare is, and not to get all hooky-dooky spiritual acting like I'm some kind of evangelical full-of-shit preacher. Our warfare is bigger than Trump, though, and his hardcore band of cult followers. Two worlds have chosen this time in our history to collide, and we're all living in the midst of it. They have been warring since the beginning of time. Now the battle rages. We assume that light will always win. Drive out darkness. And great leaders like Dr. Martin Luther King have promised us that. But we don't know that for sure. Darkness is a powerful force also. The darkness is so deceiving that millions will gather for Christmas candlelight services in churches across this country who openly support Donald Trump, whose preachers and pastors will boldly say that, yeah, they believe he's a man of God, that he's saved and follows after Christ. They have been deceived like no other in history, at least in the history of our nation. And you know what is ironic? Of all things Jesus predicted, and he predicted this. He predicted over and over that his people that follow him, or at least say they follow him, would be greatly deceived. Would be greatly deceived. It feels weird that we're living through Bible times, don't it? And I don't even believe in half of that stuff, but it sure does kind of dot the I's and cross the T's now. But anyhow, let's go. If the White House is sick, the whole nation is sick. If the head is sick, the whole body is sick. So we as light bearers, in a world that is spinning more and more into darkness, what do? We hold on to all that is true. You know the truth. Jesus said, we shall know the truth, and the truth will set us free. I'm free walking in the midst of darkness because I know the truth. I have not been deceived. I see clearly and boldly what is going on in this administration, in this country, and in this world, and in most of the churches that are out there that's deceiving people. Most churches throughout the South have become places of great deception. They wouldn't know the truth if it came up and bit them in the butt cheek, you know. So we as light bearers in a world that is spinning more and more into darkness, what do? We hold on to the truth. Yeah. What we have now is daily lies, and even more lies coming out of our government. We hold to the truth. We hold on to the truth. Truth is our kryptonite. Be not deceived. There is no gray area in truth. There is no way for the daily darkness and evil that spews out of this White House to not filter down into our everyday lives, into our homes, into our head spaces, into our personal spaces. These are the times that try men's souls. Do you know who you are? Have you been tried? Have you been tested? Do you know in whom you've called upon in your hour of need? Do you know who you are? Yeah. If not, these are going to be some hard years ahead of you. At least a hard next year ahead of you. If you do know who you are, and you are a lover of truth, then let your light shine. People of light know how to be light even in the darkest of times. I hope if you are reading this, if you are hearing this, that you are one of us, a person of light, a person of goodness, a person of kindness and mercy, a person that loves their country. It's hard to reconcile any of that with someone who's like, yeah, I think Donald Trump's a good man. Donald Trump's a good man. Good heaven. What a time in history we're living through. Good morning, sweet people. Oh, and by the way, it is Christmas. Merry Christmas, everybody. I'm off the Christmas bandwagon. Well, the world's just so screwed up right now. Just so screwed up right now. Good Lord. The light within will lead us through the darkest of times. You are the light. You are the light. You give me hope. You give me encouragement. You lift my heart. You lift my spirit. You are the light. Yeah, love y'all.